Hello and welcome to the Connecting Point. I am Dr. Marcy, your facilitator for this discussion today. And this is a place where creators connect to inspire, share their ideas and stories, to transform the world through raw and unedited talk. And today I'm joined by two wonderful creators. They are Mr. Rique and Mr. Greg Hurd. Welcome to the Connecting Point.
Hello,
Gentlemen.
Doc. How you doing?
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. Now, I have to always tell the Connecting Point, but I'm going to let you all introduce yourselves when I finish. Well, the Connecting Point here, audience, let me start with, I guess I'll start with Rick. Rick is the one I've known the longest, probably 30 years. I don't know. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Rick?
Yes, indeed.
Rick is revisiting. He's been on this platform before, but we're bringing in someone else, and you'll find out why in a moment. But I've been knowing Rick since I was young. We went to school, same high school. My best friend in all the world in high school was his cousin. So we go way back. That's Mr. Rick.
Ruined me.
Huh?
Ruined me. Y'all
No, it
ruined
did
me.
not. Don't listen to him. It did not ruin him.
Y'all ruined me.
He said we ruined him. He always said, but we did not ruin Mr. King.
Had me all up at Freaknik and I'm in high school. And have a chance.
Yeah, Rick followed us in certain places, but yes, you did partake of the Freaknik with us
Yes,
when we were in college. Yes.
Ooh, the glory years.
Oh, Lord, Rick. However, I met the next young man, Mr. Greg Hurd, through Rick King. Mr. Greg Hurd is a master at media. That's all I can say. He's a master at media.
Yes.
And he's a content creator, all that good stuff.
Yes.
So I met him at the radio station and the show Talking Randomish. And he and Rick work together, and they have some other business partners as well. But these two here, they're a force to reckon with. So we got them on here tonight. Welcome again, Greg. Can you tell the audience a little bit about who you are, where you come from, and where you are now?
Yes, I'm originally from Augusta, Georgia. I went to University of West Georgia, where I majored in theater. That's where a lot of my media experience comes from. And everything that people have seen me do has been, I would say, mostly by accident, as far as like the tools that I've gathered. And one thing that I appreciate about, platforms like this and working with Rick is that everybody has a story, and there are different ways to tell it. There are different ways to get your message out there, to get your story out there. And right before we started, I just started a production company called G Media, in which I want to help people do that, to tell their story. I feel like there's almost no wrong way to do it. So with my company, I offer just different options and methods for people to get their message out there, to get their story heard, to get their voice heard. And that's just something that I've always been around, is for people to kind of express themselves in different ways. Mm-hmm. That's what I enjoy.
Okay. Well, welcome again to the Connecting Point. We're going to talk a little more about what you do throughout this discussion. Rick, you want to inform the people again, because he's been here before, of who you are, where you grew up, and where you are now?
It's your boy Rick King. I am back in the building. I am one of the co-hosts of Talking Random-ish.
Talking Random-ish.
That's TALK, comma up top, N random-ish. One of three co-hosts, and Greg, who's also a co-host, so four co-hosts. But I am born and raised in the classic city, Athens, Georgia. Go Dog.
I knew you had to say that. Go. Hey, everybody, if you didn't know, now you know. The Georgia Bulldogs won the championship.
Yes, indeed. We finally beat up on Big Brother. We finally got Big Brother up off us, and so yeah, like I said, I'm born and raised in the classic city. Graduated high school from Cedar Shows, class of '91. So I'm 30 years out. Like you told me, we've been knowing each other since I got to high school, and you and Riri were walking down the hall together, and so I've been on your coattail, learning from you ever since.
Oh Lord!
I
hope I gave you some good lessons.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Even ruining me in some lessons, but yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, y'all did. I got into this media game. I say late, but I guess I got in when God wanted me to. But I really do wish I had found my voice here 30 years ago, but it's all in God's time, so I'm here. The platform, Talking Randomish, the motto is barbershop style conversation. We here because I think we believe that the barbershop is the heart of the community, and we can have a conversation with everybody from the local bum to the local politician, hell, to the national politician. We can have a conversation in the barbershop. So that's who I am. That's what we do. And once again, I want to salute Greg and G Media, because like you say, he is one of the best in the business.
Yeah.
And he took our platform from looking like I was just trying to shoot it from my one little smartphone, and he came in with his things, and he's taught me so much, and I have so much more to learn from him that hopefully I can make Talking Randomish. Well, one day we will make Talking Randomish and G Media a household name, and we here to stay.
And yeah, I remember when I saw the change from even the announcements. I said, "Oh," I told Rick, I said, "I like that announcement flyer." Well, Greg Hurd came in with his expertise and did some altering to things and made them much better. Not that they were not good in the beginning, but he improved. And anybody we connect with should improve us, and vice versa.
Yes.
If you're with somebody or you partnering with somebody that's not adding, then that's the wrong person to be with. And I'm just gonna say that, I'm leave that out there.
Oh yeah, Greg is, like I say, because anybody that I talk to about doing this type of thing, I let them know straight up front, I got a video guy for you. I got the best video guy for you in the world. So if you are looking for video help, G Media is your man. He is your man.
G Media. Now I'm gonna say this. I need some light on. I can barely see your face.
This lamp is the only light in here.
Okay. We'll roll with it, because right now I could barely see you, and I wanted the audience to see who you were, but
he planned that. He planned that.
I did not plan this.
Listen, you know what, Rick? I was actually thinking that because audience, Greg is one of the most humble and kind of laid back, behind the scenes type of guy. So this is typical.
Absolutely.
Greg, it is a typical behavior. Greg Hurd. So if you could move that light a little closer, it would help us out, because I want the audience to see your face, so that when they do see you pop up, your face pop up on YouTube, Spotify. Now there we go. That's it, Greg.
All right.
I can see you now. Now, gentlemen, we mentioned talking randomish, and talking randomish took a little break, but now you are returning. Am I
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'm not gonna put out the exact date yet. We just gonna surprise you with the exact date because I need to, because it's probably gonna be a surprise to me. But yes, we have been gone for a little while, and we'll talk more about that on the show. But yes, we have been gone, but I'm so excited. I have
I am
missed.
too.
Oh my God, I have missed turning that microphone on and getting in my bag. I miss my pulpit because to me that is my pulpit. That's why I preach my sermons. And I've been away from it, but like I said, everything works on God's time. So I'm just working through Him, and trying to get everything me back to 1,000%, and just trying to make it happen. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited, and I don't know if y'all can tell in my voice because I don't know if my voice doing no excitement things, but yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, something that you just said, I got to piggyback off of is you said that where you're going or what your line of work you're doing is your ministry. That's pretty much what you're saying. And I wanna talk about that a little bit because a lot of people think, you got to be in a pulpit, to be labeled a minister, when in fact, everybody is one. So if you are moving in the area of your calling and your purpose, it is a requirement for you to minister through that. And so when you're doing it, you are ministering to the people, whoever those people are that you have been entrusted to use your gift and talent with. And for instance, Greg. Greg is in media and he's using that now to reach the masses as well. And so that is his ministry. Whatever you do in your calling area is your ministry. And with that being said, I want to find out from each one of you what called you to radio and to media.
Well, for me, it was like that's what me and my homeboys do anyway. What what we do in talking randomness, the barbershop, is what me and my homeboys said. We sit around and have those conversations, whether it's about women, sports, politics, our kids, relationships, you name it. We have those conversations, and I never forget one day, my ex-wife, I had her listening to one of the local programmers here in Atlanta, 92.9 The Game, and the commercial came on, and Jeff Badden and well, why I can't think of the broadcasting. I can't think of the name of it.
Game.
But what is it?
Complete game broadcast.
Complete game broadcast. I don't know why I just couldn't get that out today. But yeah, complete game broadcast. The commercial came on, and he was talking. He was talking about the vets, and she was like, "Why don't you do that?" And I came up with every excuse in the world. Work and da 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 this and da 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 that and da 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 this, and I'm too old. Da 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 da. But she was like, "Man, give it. At least you can do is just go through there and try." And the first day, well, it's not even the first day of class, but when he get you there, Jeff got you there, and he set up a pretend. It was during the football season, so he set up a pretend scenario, and you had to talk. And when I turned that microphone on, I found even then, on something that wasn't even a recording, we weren't gonna do nothing with it, but I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was like a new me. And like I say, and how we came up with the barbershop concept is I truly believe the barbershop is the heart of the community. It's where everybody meets. It's the first place I seen my grandfather be just a man. The first place I seen my father be just a man. They wasn't grandpa Papa and Daddy Jimmy, they was Stu Bailey and Cool, Groove. They call my Daddy Groove. It was just them, and he was in there with his boys, and they was talking. And as a kid, um, you had to work your way up to have a conversation in the barbershop. Yeah, they ask you a little bit stuff here and there, but you know, they still you respect you. Grown men talk, but the grown men talked around you, so you learn how to have these conversations and listen to these conversations. You listen to different things, and like I said, you can learn so much, and you can get so much out of the barbershop and the beauty salon too, because they work hand in hand,
Yeah, we do the
and
same thing.
yes. So I mean, everything that comes through there, all the conversations, all the knowledge. If I don't have the answer, I guarantee you, before the day is over, we can get you the complete truth answer to whatever question you have in the barbershop. So that's why we came up with that, and I like I said, I love it, and like I said, I can't wait to turn that microphone back on.
I know. I know you can't. Greg, what drew you to your Collin area in media?
Well, like I said, I had majored in theater in college, and I went through complete game as well. I had been out of college for 3 years, and I wasn't doing anything in that field. And so many people have told me about actually doing voiceover work, and I had no idea how to do that. How do I get into that? And it was actually my mom who found the complete game broadcasting. So I came in, I met Jeff as well, and I got into the class, and you know, Rick said that he felt he might have been too old to do it. I was the youngest person in the class, and I'm already 20. I was 29 at the time. So I was in a class with a lot of guys who were trying to find their interest, you know, with the courses, and we all had our own style. So I kind of found what I wanted to do while I was there. As far as I really enjoyed editing audio and video. I really liked adding certain sound effects and music to what I was doing. And it all just came natural to me. I didn't feel like I was pressing. I didn't feel like there was a lot of pressure on me to succeed in it. And then, like I said, like going forward with adding live streaming, I was finding ways to how to do that from watching different content creators on YouTube. Like, okay, how are they doing this? How are they streaming video live, or how did they create a podcast? So over the course of all that time, you know, just doing research for myself and finding ways that it fit for me. And like I said, a lot of times where it was just on accident. You know, I found a software program that was user friendly for me. You know, fortunately, I held on to my old iPhones that I could use as cameras. So, you know, everything started falling into place, and you know, and then with ultimately creating G Media. With working in a radio station, I tried to stay out of the client's way as far as, you know, everyone wants to go live on Facebook or Instagram. And like I said, there is no wrong way to do it, but there could be better ways. So I wanted to create that kind of service to where if you want to reach your audience in a visual way and with your audio, there are ways to bring that together where it is the production value can go a long way to how you reach your audience. And just seeing that, just from observing that, working in the radio station and with the other jobs I've had in media, it kind of led me to, there's a way that this can be, there's a way I can do this and provide a service for people. So that was the having that thought is what led me to create that company. But just through, although the last 10 or so years, I've just been gathering different tools that led me to that, that led me to that point. And it's fun for me. That's the ultimate thing. Doing all these media things that I do, it's all fun to me. And it doesn't feel like work.
Didn't feel like work, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000% on that.
I hear both of you say that this leading into your calling happened later in life, is when you discovered it. You didn't discover it then when you were little boys, but you had already gotten into your adult stage and then you discovered it. And Greg kept saying by accident, but it really was an accident. It just felt like it was. Right? Yeah.
Well, I look at it as being an accident because, like I said, we discovered this later in life. For me, I thought I was either going to be a playwright or a sound designer on Broadway somewhere. I wasn't thinking that I would get into this space of radio. I didn't see myself even doing that. But I have been able to apply what I've learned in theater as a sound designer, and just seeing the production being put together, especially in a live environment. I've been able to apply those things to what I do now. But back then, that's what I thought I would be doing. I did not see this for me at all.
It's really an integration of experiences that place you where you are, because when you really think about it, we were being set up all along to do what we're doing, but it just didn't feel like it. It felt like you were going to be in this spot, but then, like I said, there was an integration of experiences that got you to this point. And who knows, this might not be the end either. It might be go somewhere else. And I'm pointing that out so that people who are listening will understand that just because you're somewhere at one moment doesn't mean that you may stay there, and that the moment that you're in is getting you ready for the next moment. We just go from level to level to level. We don't just stay stagnant at one level when we're working in our calling area. Now, Rick, I know I can see, like, I have been in that studio multiple times and I can see the excitement. I can see it on your face. I can see it in your body language. See, I sit there and watch and I see it. So it's an indication that you love what you do.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I like to say I'm a conversationalist.
Yes, you are.
I don't do interviews. I don't do interviews because I feel that if I don't know you, but you're in my barbershop and I can't make you comfortable enough to have a conversation with me, I have totally failed me, you, and my audience. So once the conversation gets going, I like to let the conversation and the atmosphere and the vibe. I love a good vibe. That's why music is always going to be played, because I love music and because of the way it touches the soul. And then I love to just have a good conversation. I mean, because to me, that's when you're going to get the most truth. You're going to get the most honest from a person, is when they're comfortable and willing to just have the conversation with you. I'm not a shout jock. I ain't trying to uncover no scandals. I'm not looking to, but I do want you to open up and talk to me. So my goal there is to make you comfortable enough to have a conversation.
And one key thing too that both of you are really making reference to is you like it. You
I
like
love
it.
it.
It's an indication that you're in your calling area and purpose area when you like it. Now, if you're doing something you just don't like, you despise, that's not the area. I can tell you now. The area is a place where, like Greg said, it doesn't feel like work.
No.
You're just
It's
doing
fun.
it. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like work. And since I have you two on here, I'm going to ask a question that is going to really help even some students that I teach. And I know you will be willing to do that.
Oh yeah.
I want to ask this question. What impact do you feel media has on today's society? That's the first part of the question. And what impact has it had in the past?
Go ahead,
In your
Greg.
opinion.
Well, for me, as far as the what I see, what the impact that media has, well, first in the past, it was a way of distributing information. That's the first thing that I think of, through radio, through people had to go to the movie theater to see newsreels to keep up with what was going on in the world. Of course, there's the newspaper, there's the radio, of course, which was probably one of the more important industries, 60, 70 years ago. I think now with the internet and with social media, that information can get out faster. Mm-hmm. But what people have to be just careful with is where that information comes from, because almost anybody with a phone and a Twitter or Instagram account can put out something and present it as if it's real information, as if it's truthful. So that's really the main thing people have to be careful of, as far as it being real or not. But I think today, compared to the past, things can come out much faster because we have phones in our hand that, that may be glued to our hand, or we have with the internet, with YouTube or with Twitter, things can come much faster, but we just have to continue to be discerning about what's real and what's not.
That's real. Rick, you got an interjection point here?
Yes, indeed. Let me tell you how it affects my life, which is before I say November, the first thing I did every morning was get in and look on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to see what was going on in the world. Mm-hmm. That before I brush my teeth, while I'm in the bathroom. That was the first thing I did. That's how I got the news. That's how I got whatever was going on in the world. Mm-hmm. November, I gave my life to God, so now I wake up and pray so I can have better discernment on what I'm taking in and try to figure out how I'm going to give it to the people so they can have a better understanding of whatever it is that I'm going to have a conversation about. But social media, we have seen that it in some cases for a lot of things is good. We have these phones, we have information right here at our ready. You don't have to go to a library, open up an encyclopedia. You got the encyclopedia on Google. We call it Encyclopedia Google. And but like Greg said, you also have to be careful of fake news because it is out there. Whatever you have an opinion on, you can find somebody else with that same opinion.
Same opinion, yeah.
So you can not only get false narratives, but you can create false narratives because there is someone out there that have similar thought patterns as you. So you have to. That requires you, if you're gonna use this, if you truly use it for what it's intended to, you're gonna do the research.
Mm-hmm.
But you got the research there. It's right there for you. It can be a great tool, but it also can be a damaging tool. You see where people will post something, if they don't get the reaction they get from it, it has, in the worst case scenario, it'll cause somebody to take their own life because of social media, social media bullying, and all these different type of things. So you have to be very careful for what you take in on it. But if we just get back to using it for what we supposed to use it for, it has connected the world.
Yeah.
A few years when I graduated high school, you had to get on the plane to go somewhere and see something different. Right now, I can put it up on my phone to see whatever else going on in the world. Or I can, don't let me put on those whatever they call
Oculus.
it. Yeah. Oculus, put on
Yeah.
a pair of them, and I'm right there. So social media has connected the world, and which is a great thing. And you have access to so many different people, different cultures, different recipes, and whatever it is that you want, you can get it off the World Wide Web.
But when I think about what media was when I was growing up, and even in college, I had to work for the media. I had to go find it. Now it's so easy. We don't have to work for it as hard. So like, especially when I was in college, I had to go walk to the library. We didn't have, I know this gonna date me, but we didn't have the internet.
No, you had to go to the library and
You had to walk. I had to walk
do
from
a
Morris
decimal
Brown
system.
College to the library on near Clark campus. I had to go through all the files and the card catalog, so we had to work for it. And so there was it was more censored, because things were not just readily available. And I just had this conversation this morning with my family about why our children are acting in different ways is because there's too much information given at too young of an age, and they're not ready to handle it. And when I was growing up, we just didn't, you knew things were out there, but there was some type of protection there, to keep you from getting to it readily, just easy. You can put all kind of blocks on phones or whatever, but you better believe young folk gonna get to it.
Oh yeah, you can type in the wrong word and be. You can type in the wrong word and be in a world that you
you just
nowhere
don't
near
get.
ready for. Yeah.
So, gentlemen, with that being said, what are you gonna do different? Now, right now, you've been doing talking random-ish, the barbershop style conversation. I love it because it's just 100 straight, and I love that kind of talk. But is there going to be something different that you implement with the new season, the new comeback?
Well, a lot of it we're gonna do, because my goal is to get relative information to the masses, so they can make a more informed decision about whatever it is they're trying to make a decision on. So I like getting different people from different cultures, different backgrounds, different religions, different sets, different whatever in there. And the first thing I let them know that this is not a rap battle. We're not here to down the next person or whatever their ideas are. This is a place to get information. So that's my goal, is to keep providing thoughtful, information that is going to help my community. Because I want my community to get the knowledge that they need to make very informed decisions.
Now, when you say your community, what are you referring to?
It starts with Black folks.
Okay, that's where I'm getting to, because
It starts with Black folks and young people, young men and women coming up, so that they can have make better informed decisions, and a lot of decisions that we have to make as grown and parents and stuff, because we don't know everything. So
Right.
That's why my goal be to get the subject matter expert on whatever it is that we talk about, so that we all can make better informed decisions.
And so the target now is, you're looking at sharing information with the world globally. However, the target group here is African American Black people. Why is that? Why would you target that sector of people? Greg,
Because
anybody can answer.
Oh, go ahead, Greg.
Well, first, because we're Black, and
Okay.
And our perspective, with whatever our topics of conversations, whatever people we bring in, we may have a notion of what we think this conversation may lead to, but the people that we interact with, it may be something different.
Mm-hmm.
And to share those, for people to share their experiences with us, or their perspectives with us, and we're in turn sharing that with the audience. I think it could bring there's nothing wrong with, anyone's opinion or perspective changing on new information. So when whatever guests we have or whatever topics we have, the way that we discuss it in our own way, sharing that with others, that could bring about some kind of change to that one person, one or two people that listen, that will learn something. So we're also creating opportunities for people to learn about other cultures, other types of communities. And it starts with Black people. And it's not even to say that Black people don't know about this stuff, but maybe some Black people have never experienced or had any kind of interaction with certain topics or conversations or people. And that is what the show can bring, because it could be, we've had shows where we talk to a psychologist, and then next we talk to a singer or a trans woman or a former athlete. Everyone has their just different stories that can walk into the barbershop. It can be anything, and that's why it's talking random-ish. At least that was my interpretation, is that it could really be anything.
Right.
And some people can gain some kind of can learn something, or just to gain some kind of perspective about all walks of life.
Mm-hmm. But
I know that.
Okay, go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I know. Just piggybacking off one thing Greg was saying, I have went into a show with a whole different philosophy on something, and once I left the show, I had totally did a 180 on how I thought about whatever it is that we had that conversation about that day, because I learned something, and I try to make sure that my mind is open enough to learn, to take heed. Because like I say, my job is to start the conversation, and I'm gonna let the subject matter expert bring his expertise out. And once they got through with their expert knowledge on the situation, my point of view had totally changed. So Yeah, so that's one of the great things I think about it, and the reason why I like to keep it kind of organized, confused,
Mhm.
um, so that we can, just like I say, open our mind and just let it work.
Yeah, so it has to be an open-minded conversation, period.
Yeah,
In order to communicate with people, you got to be open-minded. You can't just be narrow-minded, stuck in your ways. And I'm glad you all talked a little bit about the focal audience here is Black people, because I think I mentioned to Rick last week or something about I was watching the Emmett Till, Mamie Till story recently, and how she used media, to bring attention to some of the racial um, issues in America. And also in our history, Martin Luther King said, let's put the cameras on it, put the media on it, you know, so that the world now can see what has been hidden. So we even have present day moments. We had the George Floyd, where the cameras, if we didn't have media, social media in that instance, we might not have been able to not know what was going on. We've had so many aspects of media that has helped the African American community. But I want to talk today about what are those um, aspects of media. And media can be anything. Media can be readings, writings, artwork, music. Media is vast. But what are those aspects of media that is harming, in your opinion, the Black community?
um, one part of it is social media is harming. Some of the music, um, some of the images that we put on social media. I'm not gonna say social media.
Mhm.
Some of the imagery that we put out over social media. Um, for instance, Instagram. A lot of times you're looking at somebody who's you're looking at they go strolling through your favorite whomever and you looking at these pictures and you wondering why your life ain't that. But sometimes you fail to realize it might have took them 10 pictures to get that perfect angle. Um, and even more so than that, you don't know the work that they had to put into it so that they can get there to that point in their lives. And a
Right,
lot of times we don't talk about these things. And a lot of times, a lot of the kids don't see these things. They don't see that you have to actually put the work in to get the results. And a lot of people are looking instead of going out and doing the work, they're looking for the cookie cutter, the microwave effect. They want it right now. They want it instantaneous, and I think that's one thing that social media has spoiled us on with the instantaneous um, reply to a lot of things. Sometimes you need to work for it. I mean, you need to work for it and everything. If it comes too easy, you might lose it too.
mm,
Sometimes you don't have the same appreciation and love for something
right.
if you don't work for it.
It's not, you have no investment.
Yeah.
You have not invested. Greg, you got
Yeah.
to comment on that?
Yeah, like there is one thing that can be missing in that is that there, there is a process. Um, and some people don't realize that there is a process or just completely disrespect the process. As far as just with creating one Instagram post, yeah, it could be it took 10 pictures to find that perfect one to post. It took another 10, 15 minutes to write that perfect caption,
Mhm.
if you're not just stealing, Drake lyrics or something. And, uh, there, and it has to be, everything has to be in its place, for some Instagram influencers to get that, where it's a sponsored post from what they're working with some brand. And, everything, and there were steps to get to that point. And like Rick said, a lot of people want everything right now. They want it instantly. And that can spread across through media because, people are trying to find the shortcut, trying to find the whatever it takes to be famous right now or to get the information across right now, and that would be enough. Like I've seen on TikTok where people try to give these world history lessons or these Black history lessons in 90 seconds. Like there is more information. There's more information than what you just told people. But some people will think, oh, that's all I need to know. But like there's always more. There's always depth to the information that you receive, and there's always a process to everything you see on social media. Yeah, you can, somebody can just throw up whatever picture and write something and post it, and they've done all that in 1 minute, but there was still a process to all of that. It may have taken 1 minute, but there were certain steps. And the one thing that you see is that people want to skip those steps. And when things are missed, things are, when we see somebody with that nice car or these nice shoes or whatever, how they get there is people don't really consider that. Or, maybe with that person who posts those things, those luxurious things, they might have just done a Google image search and posted that picture. So what I would want people to know, and it's hard for people to take in, is that there's a process to everything. There's nothing instantaneous. I have a hard time trusting anything that is
quick,
that happens so fast, because if there is no process, then then I feel like the reward or whatever, or the payout is just not worth it.
So I'm hearing you both say that the issue with social media, yeah, we talked about the part where it helped in history, but the hindrance in the Black community would be that we're seeing something that is really not real totally, and we're running with it. Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure I got y'all right with it. Is that what you're saying is happening? It could be real, but it's also, I'm trying to get the right word for this. Real, but then you're saying the process is not spoken of. So people don't really understand what goes into that.
A lot of people don't realize it takes years, and sometimes decades to become an overnight success.
Mm-hmm. And that we're quick to gravitate to those things that look like they just happen. Also, if you think about it, they have a show on now called Catfish, okay, or whatever. Who would have thought that was a term that will be used nowadays, and it's fake. I try to tell my students, I said, everything you see on social media is not real.
Amen.
Come on, even the bodies are not real anymore. That things are not real, and so you're desiring or dreaming to be something that's not real. And I, in my opinion, I asked you all that question, but my opinion is that we're gravitating to things that really don't matter. And we're giving a measuring stick. We measure our success on somebody else's. And I think that's the problem.
What you could look at also is that, even though I don't personally enjoy a lot of them, but any of the comedians that you see make these like short videos on Instagram or YouTube, and they are working with, they get sponsorships or they are making money through YouTube. And then since they're comedians, they go out on tour and they're performing shows and making a lot of money. Some people believe that that's so like, oh, I like, or they think, oh, I'm funnier than that person, or I can make better videos than that. But it was, if we saw any of those certain people saw some of their earlier content or saw some of their, some things that they didn't get a whole lot of views or anything like that, a lot of people consider the work that was put in to get to that point, to where they're doing tours and all these other things. Some people just see what's happening right now and not consider the past. Because I see that as far as with a lot of younger people, especially younger Black people, not really take into consideration any form of history, which could really inform
Amen.
where we are right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank y'all for answering that, because that's something that's been on my mind lately. What can we do to use media in a more impactful, positive way? And I think the Talking Randomish platform has been used in a very positive way. It's changed some lives, and I'm looking forward to the comeback. Yes, I am, and the new content. Greg, I know you got some stuff coming. I know Rick has some stuff coming. And before we even end this, I want you to leave some type of inspiration or something with the audience that will connect them again to Talking Randomish. Yes, because we're waiting patiently. Yes, we are, but we're also excited that you are returning.
It's simple, man. We're gonna provide you with some good old-fashioned barbershop style conversation. Conversation that means something. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna joke. Every now and then we may have a drink, but we are trying to provide a platform where we can learn something, we can gain something, we can grow, and we're trying to grow as a show. I mean, we trying to become a multimedia organization. So in order for me to do that, in order for us to do that, we have to grow. We have to be willing to learn. And you always, I never want to be the smartest person in the room. I've heard billionaires say that if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get the hell out.
You need to
I
leave.
never want to be, I don't ever want to be the smartest person in the room. I always want to go somewhere where I can learn something from somebody.
Yep.
I love to learn. And when a lot of the biggest problems I've had in my life is when I stopped learning. I love to learn. I want to learn. I want the knowledge. So if you got anything you want to share with your boy, holla at your boy. We are Talking Randomish. That's TalkingRandomish. Talking Randomish. That's on all social medias, man. Holla at your boy. Holla at, and G gonna give you all his information because, like I say, he is one of the best in the business with this video production.
Yes, yes. Come on, Greg. Give us the info. So and if you are wanting to be a guest on that platform, reach out to them. If you have something that you want to share, because like they're saying, this platform, Talking Randomish, is to get information to the community, to advance the community.
Amen.
Okay? Get information to the community to advance the community. So if you fit that category, you're someone who can give information to advance, then reach out to these two young men here. They're going to give you the information. Greg, also your platform.
Yes, G Media Solutions is my podcast production company. Anything you want to do with podcasts, whether it's live streaming, just having audio, even logo design, if that's something I just started doing as well. So you can reach out to me there on Facebook at GMediaATL. That's that's on Facebook and Instagram. I'm working on a website right now. So when that is done, I'll put that out there as well. But GMediaATL on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay. Rick, did you give the email for Talking Randomish?
Like I said, it's TALKNRANDOMISH
Gmail. Okay.
at Gmail, and like I said, that's all the platforms. And my greatest, that I love more than anything. No conversation is taboo. We will talk about any and everything. We will talk about any and everything. So don't be ashamed if you want to have a conversation. We will have the conversation in the barbershop.
And it's unscripted. So if you're just like this platform, we don't use script, we just talk. So their platform is the same way. You don't have to, there's no list of questions. It's just conversation. Yes, and like I say every week, if you want to be a participant on this platform, the connecting point, you're able to inspire others by sharing your story to change the world for the better. Then you may contact me at Dr. Marcy's Connections. You can Google that, or you can also email me at drmarcyts@gmail.com. I will be happy to have you here on this platform. Also, you can reach out and join the Connecting Point for Creators group. Greg and Rick, they're a part of. It's just a group of creators that it's a networking platform. It's also a platform we promote each other and receive information that can inspire us from day to day. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to hook up with like-minded winners, because we win at what we do, like-minded winners, just look us up on Facebook and send us a request to join, and it's that easy. All right. Also, this show airs on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on Instagram TV and YouTube. All I ask you to do is click like and share. Click like and share so that we can support each other, support these creators for the work that they're doing and about to do. And on that note, gentlemen, I thank you again. I love you much. Peace and blessings, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Marcy.